Yeah, Kong Benny, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Nawawala po eh.
Opo.
Ayun, Kong Benny, we're here to talk about yung very controversial yung
Anti-teenage.
anti-teenage pregnancy bill, no? Pwede,
Yes.
can we confirm po na gusto mo daw ipatigil muna ang pag-i-implement ito if ever?
Yes, in fact, sinabi ko na sa amin yung hearing kahapon na itigil nila yung order nung 2018 pa, order number 31. Yes.
Okay, pero ito po yung sinasabi niyo, yung mismong bill na pinag-uusapan. Hindi pa po kasi I understand that there's also provision in the reproductive healthcare health bill natin which has also CSE.
Actually, sa Senado, hindi pa nga na-approve yan eh.
Yes.
Sa House, I think na-approve na yan for 33 days. So, nag-file ng resolution, kasama ng resolution ni Congressman Rufus, to recommit and reopen the bill again in the committee.
Opo. Pero paano po yung provision ng comprehensive sexual education na nasa reproductive healthcare bill natin?
Actually, we're trying to find out kung anong batayan, no? Anong batayan ng CSE? Sapagkat kung ang batayan ng CSE is the reproductive health law, ay hindi po ayon sa reproductive health law ito. Ngayon, the only thing is that ang magiging batayan po niya ng UNESCO sapagkat ang UNESCO ang nagpalabas ng tinatawag nating comprehensive sexuality education.
Right.
And what parts of the actual bill po sa CSC ang does not sit well po with you and your fellow lawmakers po, and what would make it acceptable po sa inyo?
Una-una, yung order number 31, ang scope niyan is from kindergarten to what? High school, no?
Yes.
Terrible, tuturuan mo yung mga kindergarten, tuturuan mo yung mga grade 3, although nagsimula sila ng grade 4, yet na-find out namin na grade 4 pa lang na hindi dapat kasama yon, no? Sapagkat 9 years old lang yan. Ang adolescent, nagsisimula ng 10 years old to 19.
Yes.
So, sabi namin, bakit 9 years old pa lang tinuturo niyo na yung mga yan? I mean, tinuturuan sila ng contraceptives, tinuturuan sila ng ways and means to be able to avoid teenage pregnancy. Yun ang inaano ko. Sabi ko, dapat ang ituturo natin yung to avoid teenage promiscuity, because if we avoid teenage promiscuity, we avoid teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
Ang pangalawa niyan, hindi mo na maituturo yung contraceptive bills, how to use condoms, how to use all of those, how to be able to play with your thing para hindi ka maging pregnant o hindi ka makabuntis ng bata. Sabi ko, I think it is more the duty of the parents. We should never take the authority of the parents to teach our children.
But Kong, nakita niyo na rin po ba yung bill na inamend ni Senator Risa Ontiveros regarding this, taking into account yung mga consideration po tulad po na nabanggit ninyo, at sinasabi po nila yung sa CSE doon would be taught age appropriately. At kasama rin daw po doon yung sa mga hindi tatanggalin yung otoridad ng magulang sa pagtuturo sa mga kabataan tungkol dito.
So we'd like to find out ano yung age appropriately. Sapagkat baka merong mga teachers diyan na naniniwala sila that age appropriately would be about what? Grade 5 or 10 years old. Sa akin, ang age appropriately dapat ituro yan sa mga magsisimula ng senior high school yan and college, no? To me, that would be age appropriately. Sapagkat sa akin, hindi appropriate po yung ituro sa mga elementary kids.
Yes. Congressman, I heard in the video, no, you mentioned about educating the parents. Madami nagsasabi kasi this is a very important role. Unfortunately, only 10% ng mga magulang po ngayon ang may capacity or ang nagtuturo actually sa kanilang mga anak. Ano po ang mapropose nyo to enhance this and to at least not force but to at least paengganyohin ng magulang na turuan ng mga bata? Should we have more educational campaigns na geared towards training the parents?
Yes, I realize that, no. Talagang totoo 'yan. 10% lamang dapat talaga yan, magkaroon ng partnership ang religion, lahat ng klase mga churches, and education, and the parents concerning this. Hindi ko alam kung bakit natin tinuturuan yung mga bata, samantarang pwede naman natin turuan ng mga magulang. Palagay ko, perhaps even the parents should go back to the classroom instructions para lamang mapigilan teenage pregnancy. Palagay ko naman, if you could be able, we could be able to make it mandatory for the children to study this. We could be able to make it also mandatory for the parents to come for any kind of yung bang consultation o seminar on this, sapagkat it must be the parents that must learn and must know how to treat and avoid teenage pregnancy.
Siguro additional na lang po kung doon sa, kasi sinasabi nga po nila itong teenage pregnancy sa ating bansa is somehow a national emergency already dahil talagang tumataas po talaga yung bilang ng mga kabataan na nagbubuntis at the age of 9 to 14 years old. So what else can we do kung ayaw niyo po itong bill na ito?
Katulad ng sinabi ko, that there ought to be a very close partnership between religious organizations, between the civil service society, between the parents, and the schools concerning this. Sapagkat naniniwala ako na ang pinaka maganda pa rin na option dito would be to teach our children moral values. Yung pa rin ang makakapag-prevent ng teenage pregnancy, yung pagturo ng moral values. For example, I'm also a bishop and I have a lot of members, thousands of them. And wala kaming problema sa teenage pregnancy. Why? Because we teach them moral values at a very young age. Tinuturuan na po namin yung mga bata namin ng scriptures, ng Bible reading, ng Bible memorization, Kaya wala kaming problema sa teenage pregnancy. Palagay ko hindi kasagutan yung contraceptive pills, hindi kasagutan yung paggamit ng condom because you are more as telling the students na pwede naman kayong maging promiscuous sa inyong sex life without being pregnant. Gumamit lang kayo ng mga ganito. Hindi dapat yung ganun. Sabi ko, unahin natin yung moral values sa mga estudyante.
Well, Congressman, I agree with yung teaching the moral values consistently po and the role of the parents. Ang isa po natin kasi kaaway dito ang social media, which, let's face it po, matindi po ang pressure na na-exert ng social media sa mga kabataan. Isipin niyo po, every day they use it for school, they use it to relax. So every day, ang access nila is 4 to 8 hours on social media. Is there a way, Congressman, maybe a bill to help filter out yung mga unwanted videos or unwanted instructional materials na hindi karapat-dapat from children accessing them in the first place?
Totoo yun. In fact, several years ago, ay nakita na po natin ito. That's the reason why we are asking those that are yung bang talagang marunong sa social media platform that they ought to put up a wall for the children not to be able to access pornographic materials in the social media, and that can happen. That can happen actually. In fact, for example, like kahit yung mga kabataan namin ng mga elementary pa, mahilig yan sa mga iPad, mahilig na yan sa mga ganyan, and it is the duty of the parents to tell them, kailan kayo pwede manood ng iPad? Anong mapapanood nyo dyan? I think it is, again, parental authority ang dapat manguna dyan.
Tama.
Because I believe the children would listen more to the parents more than anyone that would be teaching them. Nauunawaan ko din na yun sinabi ng Popcom na yung mga nagiging pregnant, ang nakaka-pregnant, yung mismong mga magulang, mismong mga relatives, na mga matanda na, dapat yun talaga ang tinan natin at kasuhan yung mga taong yan. Hindi natin pwedeng pabayaan yung mga yan na gawin nila yung mga ganung bagay. But still, kahit na mga magulang pa ang may sanhi ng teenage pregnancy, gawin natin ang magagawa natin. Let the law enforcement agencies be the one to take care of that. But again, it is still my own advocacy na turuan natin ng moral values sa mga kabataan. Turuan natin na huwag silang maging promiscuous sa kanilang sex life, no? Yung sexuality na tinatawag nila. Hindi
That's right.
hindi naman sex education na tinuturo, sexuality
Yeah.
education no? Hindi prevention dapat dito. Ang dapat talagang gawin natin dito is not only trying to prevent them from getting pregnant, but it is teaching them the evils and the sinfulness of having an immoral sex life.
Alright, sige. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. That was Representative Benny Abante. Thank you so much po for
Thank
your
you
time.
po. Maraming salamat po.